And we should be live. Hello everyone, Ace here. And today we should in fact be reading ourselves the one, the only Star Wars The High Republic Adventures Galactic Bake Off Spectacular. This is the special that everyone was waiting for. Now, admittedly, this is the main version. There is also an alternative cover, which everyone is familiar with, which you can see on the RI cover, even though it's apparently... There we go. So I've had to also do some things to get this to run, to even show these guys properly, but Oros hopefully should be joining us soon. Give me a sec, says Oros, and Nathan X needs a few seconds as well. So we can wait, I guess, until they are both ready.
Here it's our British boy.
Oh, Nathan's here? Awesome. Hey, Nathan.
Hello. Hello.
Alright, so we got ourselves a Nathan, so the only person left is really Orososium, which it'll be nice, so we'll be able to start the stream soon, hopefully. Let me read some of the comments here. Siege says, just remember the old Jedi saying before going into this, that baker's man can. Hello, and may God have mercy upon our souls. The time has arrived, hasn't it? Yes, it has. Lions Amon says, hello, I'm back for more brain cancer. You've come to the right place.
Oh, boy.
Oros is...
He's here.
Okay, welcome aboard, Oros.
I am regretting this already.
Alright, so what I've had to do is, of course, stream this to them, and then stream it a second time to you guys, so we can all enjoy the suffering that is about to commence, I'm sure.
I hope the audio quality is better than before now that I have my own computer.
It is indeed, Kalkyl. It is indeed.
Man, Kalkyl, I missed the last stream, and holy fucking shit, how painful that was.
Oh, yes.
I am the robot. Mr. Robot.
Let's crash a plane into a building, and then walk away from it, with no repercussions whatsoever.
That,
oh yeah, no.
Watching that video made me so fucking angry.
That, and also the new interpretation of bringing balance to the Force is, yeah.
Is scissoring.
They made
So
Sargon of Akkad right about Star Wars lore yet again.
I'm calling it. It's gonna be a Sixth Sense twist. She actually died in the plane crash, and she just looks like a Force ghost. She was a Force ghost the whole time.
I wish.
I wish that too. Even then, though, the Force ghosts, it takes a lot of effort for them to actually become Force ghosts. If
I mean, Crix is the bestest ever.
Anyways, so Lion Damon says the Sister Battle comic has released the last chapter. Yep, and we will probably be reading that next week. You guys think we'd be able to do a live stream next week around the same time?
Yeah.
With all of us, I'm pretty sure we can.
All right, with all of us? Awesome.
Shouldn't be a problem.
Cool. I think that would be next week's then. Winter's King says they're going to be good. They're going to be cooking. Why did we need Jedi to do this? They could have made an entire comic about different aliens in a cooking competition, but no, it has to be Jedi. One of the guests is really quiet. Matthew Edwards.
I just want to add that they are aliens, but they all act and do things like humans. This is not Star Wars. This is just coats of paint.
Yes, that is correct. And also, while we're on the subject, speaking of Star Wars, I believe one person already mentioned this before in a previous stream, had mentioned this to me before, and I brought it up in a previous stream, but I'll bring it up again. Buckets of Blood here is from an alien species that doesn't have active taste buds. Buckets of Blood is from a species that can't taste anything, really, because they came from a water world with a lot of salt.
This.
And he's one of the chefs, so another lore break there, but I digress. The American guy is quiet. So I think they're talking about you, Alpharius.
Oh.
Let me turn your volume up there. 200%. Let's see. Try saying something now.
Oh.
That sounds better.
Alright.
Alright, so let's get into this. Go. We had an error. That's okay. We can.
A little oops.
All right, there we go. Galactic Bake Off Spectacular, written
That
by.
face.
What the fuck? What the fuck is that?
What is that?
So fucking bad.
What?
2 seconds in. 2 seconds in, and this is already AIDS.
Not even the first fucking panel.
We haven't even gotten into the actual comic. We haven't even gotten into it. We haven't gotten into reading the description. We just get the first image, and the first image.
It's a monster.
Quintessential boy face.
Balrog, a demon of the ancient world.
That is cursed.
Oh god, it's cursed on a whole level.
Written by Daniel Jose Older and Vita Ayala. Art by Joe Guion and Tony Bruno, so we know who to blame. Colors
Proud.
by Joe Guion and Rebecca Nolte. Letters by Jake M. Wood. Lions Amon says, "What in holy terror on roller coaster is this anime shit?" Siege is laughing, goes, "What fresh hell is this?" Winter's King says, "It's like they were trying to do anime chibi style, but just royally effed it." Yep. Assistant editor Riley Farmer and editor Heather Antos. Why is the assistant editor given preference over the editor? That's a weird one. Oh, well. Oh, yes, we get to see Cham Cham again. It's been forever since we've seen this character.
Who the fuck is Cham Cham?
Cham Cham is a pet bat thing that eats Neil. So it eats space pirates for breakfast. Or Nile, sorry, it eats Nile for breakfast, so space pirates. And it's Zine's pet.
Fitting.
So Jedi quarters, kitchen area, starlight beacon. Nom, 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 nom.
Orc.
Nom, scourge. I don't know how to voice that creature. Who wants to voice the creature there?
Let me try.
Okay.
Kalkyl, go ahead.
Wait, what? Who?
Did you say you wanted to try?
Yeah, sure, but wait, actually, there are 2 characters here?
Okay, we'll let Oros voice one and you can voice the other. So, Oros, do you want to voice the one with goggles and Kalkyl voice the one without goggles?
Okay.
Wait. Oh, you mean like... Oh, okay. So I'm the one without...
Yes. Yes.
Ah, okay. Alright then, hope. Aha! Patika apa sapsap estodes. Ahahaha.
Uka? Eee!
Mush, 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 mush!
Jeep!
Jump!
Yeah.
Hook! Slurp, slurp, slurp.
Achoo.
Smoosh, moosh, moosh. No, smoosh, moosh, moosh, moo. What on earth have we gotten ourselves into?
Somebody's attempt at physical comedy, maybe?
I love the first bit when Kalkyl was speaking. Like I couldn't tell if Kalkyl was just speaking a space language or whether he was just speaking his native Swedish.
Something like that.
I was gonna say.
All right, let's see who this is before we figure out. Okay. Oops, another error, because of course there is. It's going to be a recurring thing.
This whole comic is an error.
Yes, it is. Okay, so it's...
Fuck off, he's got that face again.
It's Buckets of Blood. Okay. Can I voice Buckets of Blood?
Yes.
Yes.
Go ahead.
All right, Padawans, it's time for the great Jedi baking day of baking baked things. And Buckets of Blood is on the baking scene. Padawan Ram, disinfect everything. Please, and clear out all rodent-type critters, sentient and otherwise, thank you.
They had those in the kitchen anyways.
Yeah, that, and also baking day of baking baked things. The writing in this comic...
Big brain.
I am
Brain.
suffering a lot.
Galaxy brain.
This is your brain on woke.
Disney, not even once.
Yep. Winter's King says, did it just eat that guy? And everyone is like, just like, okay, whatever. Yeah, then it spat it out and then started grooming him.
Delicious.
Lovely. Anyways, so who wants to voice the Jedi Master in front of Buckets? Who wants to voice the other Jedi? And then who wants to voice the Padawans?
I'll go for the
I'm fine
white.
with whatever.
Yeah, I'll go for the white ogre thing.
Okay.
Right.
Alright.
Although I might need you to zoom in a little bit because it's a bit short.
There we go.
I think I could be the Padawans.
All three of them, or just...
The two purple ones.
Okay. And then who want... Okay, I guess I can voice the... Let's see, so that's Nate. Okay, so Kalkyl, which of the two characters other here would you like?
Which ones could I choose between again?
The Padawan in front, or the Jedi Master just in front of Buckets of Blood?
I can take the one in front of Buckets.
Okay. And Oros, that leaves you for the Padawan up front.
Happiness.
All right. The thick boy from one of the earlier issues.
Yeah, the runner.
Yep.
I couldn't tell if that was a dude or a girl.
Honestly, with Disney being Disney, I'm not sure anyone can tell, but we'll leave that conversation for another time.
I am going to voice it as a guy, so fuck it.
Okay. All right, so I believe Kalkyl, you're up first.
Gabinon Kaimo, please please preheat the ovens to zoo. 200, never mind. Oh, God. Hey, I don't cook things. I don't know.
To be fair, I don't think I don't think the people making this are really doing that either. I mean, 200 is pretty low temperature, but
Maybe they're talking.
Yeah, that's true enough.
There's actually no 200 doesn't make sense anyway.
yeah, because it shouldn't even be the same temperature measurements either, should it?
I guess not.
Osmagon says, comic series still garbage? Oh, you know it! Oh boy, where do I even begin? Okay, so Osmogon, get this. Last issue, someone flew an aircraft into a building, crashed it, blew the aircraft into a million pieces, and the person that did that walks away without a scratch and no explanation of how they survived. They just did.
Oh, don't forget the air bomb that was set up that just
Yes.
didn't go off.
Yes, the air bomb. Yes, there was also an air bomb that was set up at one point later on in the comic, where any lightsaber lit or any blaster shot would set it off. Jedis walk in with lit lightsabers. Crix shoots at them with a blaster. Nothing happens at all.
It just works.
The levels of bullshit.
Don't forget the cum spider.
Oh, well, that to be fair, Coom Spider... Well, actually, no. There is a bigger Coom Spider now, thanks to High Republic Adventures.
There's a bigger... Oh god, there's a bigger cum spider.
There's now a Coom
They're
Spider
always
spaceship.
Spiders. Always.
Oh no.
They're evolving.
John says, wait, did they go full anime ripoff with the art style now? Yes, it looks like it, although this is still several times better than what we've been getting from High Republic Adventures, to be fair. Noise Maze says, OMG, yep. Winter's King says, yeah, like minimum is 350, but also, why are they using Imperial measurements? Another good point. Lions Amon says, Coom for the Coom God.
They're using Imperial measurements because they're using the proper measurements.
Alright, so... I believe that Kalkyl already said the line, so Nathan is up next.
I'll crack the eggs. Be back in roughly 2 hours.
On it, Master Buckets. With her. Gonna learn to bake.
Why does Ram keep saying wizard? I think it's a Valo thing. That's where he's from. But it must mean super excellent and amazing from what I could tell.
From what I can tell, I think that the writers behind this comic have already learned how to bake.
Nice.
You mean how to get baked?
Yep. Osmogon says, the word consequence is not in the writer's dictionary, is it? No. No, it is not. Also, the writer actually proved Sargon of Akkad is completely correct about the Jedi Order's... Sargon of Akkad's description of bringing balance to the Force is correct, apparently, now.
At least if Sargon were to write this kind of story, it'd be interesting.
That is correct. And also, what would be interesting, it would, of course, be the woke screeching from Disney hiring Sargon of Akkad to write Star Wars. That would be a beautiful thing indeed.
Wait, hang on, Ace, go back a page. Oh, well, I mean, you've got to anyway. Go back a page for a sec. Right. Take notice of what the two little Padawans at the bottom have just said.
The amazing and excellent?
Yeah, so the Padawan on the left, the one that keeps saying the word wizard.
Oh,
Notice
no.
what the Padawans are saying? I think it's a Valo thing. That's where he's from. So, have they just, like, attributed a certain stereotype to where he's from?
I think you're right.
Isn't that solely racist?
I
Are
mean,
you surprised?
you realize some of the stuff that I've had to deal with when it comes to the woke crowd. And some of the arguments that they've made.
I know they end up folding in back on themselves, but I'm pretty sure that's a subtle bit of racism.
Yes, it
Pascal
is.
the phrase projecting.
Oh wait,
Who's
I got
started
some
some
super.
racist
I got a
Padawans.
super chat. I got a super chat here. I did actually lose connection there for a little bit. Captain Caboose donates $5. Says they survived due to power of space Allah. The Force. It is space Islam.
Inshallah, Jedi brothers.
Yes, we will declare. Yes, the Jedi have declared a fatwa against the Sith, and will smite down the non-believers in the name of Allah.
Wouldn't this be a jihad?
Yeah, the Sith are in trouble. The Jedi have declared a jihad.
Osbagon says, "Wait, is that guy's lightsaber on a backpack strap?" Yes, it is.
Oh my fucking!
Oh, that is cursed.
Right?
Lions Amen
God,
says,
God helps him if he runs into a wall and turns it on accidentally. That's half his shoulder removed.
Just turn it a bit and you have lost his... He loses, well, half his face.
"Yeah."
It will be an improvement.
To be fair, putting it on your belt isn't very smart either. Because if it goes off there, you might just lose one of your legs.
Pro.
That's true. That's true. Winter's King says this is depressingly bad. Although if the Jedi were having useless baking competitions, that would explain why they fell so easily. Yep. Siege says to Osmagon, "I was just about to bring that up. It's nuts." Winter's King says, "Good old space racism. The Democrats' old standard." I mean, they are wearing robes, so there is that.
Okay. The design. Okay. I have to jump into this call. Forgive the interruption.
Hey, Osmagon.
There's so much I want to unpack about this image.
Okay.
Why the fuck? Okay, so there's the backtrack. Okay, there's the backpack strap lightsaber. That was the first thing I noticed. Is there a reason this character's wearing goggles?
I have no idea.
Is he blind? Is okay?
I know they said he's from Valo. I think we've seen that planet before. I'm pretty sure we have. I'm trying to think of what is known about Valo from Star Wars.
Also, is buckets of blood like why is it in like every other frame? You and I have read of this comic in total, and now even with this changed art style, when he's far away, they remove his pupils. Like he's just got white eyes. Like they don't even try and put even a dot of color in there to replace it.
I think that's
They just give him they give him
pupils.
demon white eyes.
That's what he is, a demon.
I mean, fair enough. Buckets of blood, and he's like, I'm a healer. Fuck.
Yeah, a healer that goes screaming buckets of blood. I expect that from the medic from Team Fortress 2.
Also, is the guy with the scars on his arm supposed to look like? Is that like that black eyeball? Is that supposed to be that creepy looking, or
I guess.
Like for me, the beauty of this image is I don't have the context of the rest of this, and I'm asking if contextually all of this fits the image.
We don't have the context either.
Yeah, that's the beauty of it. We don't have the
Tell me
context.
the context. So the context
only
doesn't
thing we
fix
know
any
is
of
that
the
they are going
weirdness
to
I'm
cook.
saying.
Yeah,
Why?
Good question.
That is a good question. So I looked up Valo here. It says it's a forested planet. Nothing about the inhabitants being blind. Apparently, the one thing it's known for is its barbecues, which is appropriate for this particular comic book issue.
Okay, so he just scraped his eyes on a tree branch when he was stupid.
Both of them at the same time, apparently.
That's the story behind the scar.
No, we're talking about the kid with the goggles.
Okay.
We know even less about the guy with the scar.
Is he a character that just got introduced? Like they're going to? Or?
As far as I know, it is a character that has just been introduced, at least into this particular series.
You know, knowing the High Republic, he's never going to appear in anything else.
As I said when you first started covering these comics, I'll say it again. The name is appropriate because you have to be high to enjoy it. This is stupid shit.
I actually
Anyway.
introduced some buddies of mine who just so happened to partake in certain hobbies, we will say, and even they couldn't enjoy it.
They couldn't even enjoy
Wait,
it.
so you're telling me that a couple of stoners were like, alright, let's read this comic, man. They pull up the comic, and afterwards it was so bad it sobered them up, and they went, dude, this is shit. They killed my buzz instantly.
I
I need stronger shit.
I
Okay,
actually-
now we found the cure for drugs. A High Republic.
On that subject, this isn't the only case of that, though, for stuff that I've read or watched. Santa Inc. was a very similar situation.
That Santa Inc. was absolute shit. It was absolute fucking shit.
I actually...
Ironically, the character we were supposed to hate most in that fucking show was the only likable character. Santa.
Until they turned him into a thief that robs from the families that he's giving
The worst part is that they literally had the perfect dialogue between him and the fucking elf chick.
Yep.
About him explaining why he doesn't want to give the position to her. Gave a perfectly reasonable alternative that was, in fact, in my opinion, better. For me, that one moment, I could have ignored the rest of the bullshit and that shit. Well, not all of it, but a good chunk of the rest of the bullshit, because that, at least to me, would have come off as they were trying. But she literally just says, fuck you, and leaves, and then... you guys literally wrote in... I feel like one of the writers got, sobered up briefly, wrote that in, and then were immediately injected from the back of the neck with whatever elixir of insanity they're running with in that industry these days. Then they went right back to writing in stupid crap immediately after. It's like, you guys were, literally that fucking close, you absolute degenerate scum.
The worst part is that them writing the lines from Santa there at that point was them basically admitting that yes, they understand the arguments. They think the arguments are crap, and they just do not agree with them to the point that they'll tell you to fuck off for making that argument that Santa made. Which is even more off-putting, I guess.
I'm looking at this image more closely now, and it's like, wait, this image actually looks decent.
Compared to...
if you take out the dialogue, my problem is more in the contextuals of this image. Like, why is he has a lightsaber strapped to a backpack strap on his chest? Why is he wearing goggles? Why is that guy got a literal black eye? Why is it that Buckets of Blood in some images has pure white eyes and then has pupils in others? It's these contextual things that I point out, but if you take out dialogue in the context of this being part of a shitty, I guess, Western manga ripoff, this does look like a well put together scene. It's got nice lighting. It's got nice highlights on several of the pieces in the imagery. The shadows are very well done. Generally speaking, the artistic side of this image is very solid. The contextual and writing behind it completely, and that's something you gotta really just do a head, you gotta slap your palm to your head, just because the artwork does not save this at all. How can you make beautiful, well done artwork feel so hollow when it's overwriting that feels like it was done by a college dropout liberal arts student?
Like this.
That's been my problem with this series from the get-go.
Yeah.
It's just been disappointing.
I will say to my dying day that the High Republic has worse dialogue than the Star Wars prequels.
Yep, it does.
Yeah.
I will not defend this shit.
No one expects you not to feel the things you feel, Zine.
Oh my god. Please.
It's the fucking Jedi Order okay.
Well, I think you got a new shorts video.
Okay,
Ace.
the only Jedi that would probably say that is Qui-Gon, but he wouldn't go that far.
Qui-Gon, when it came to especially his era with the Jedi, he was one of the few that kind of held true to the old vibe of the Jedi, whereas the rest of the Order had become a lot more active and actively involved in the political scene, had been a lot more actively involved in the ongoings of the rest of the world, whereas the Jedi were supposed to be, as an Order, insular. That was kind of the concept of it, is he was basically a gray Jedi of his time, where he understood that there was a balance required between the light and the dark, whereas the rest of the Jedi had become more dogmatic, especially sticking very closely to their teachings, almost to a too anal of a degree, and lost a level of their spirituality with getting involved in politics. That is an essence of what happened to the Jedi, and also kind of what birthed a lot of their worser elements. So that's why Qui-Gon was probably the best Jedi of his time, and Obi-Wan being the second best, having followed his teachings.
I agree. Well, let's go ahead and if you guys want, we can jump over to the next page.
Yeah, God, I really
Yeah,
miss
alright.
Obi-Wan.
Let's see the monster.
Oh, we
you
get
guys
more. We get more buckets of blood.
Oh,
And
no,
more
no,
white
no,
eyes.
no,
Like,
no,
wait,
no,
in
no.
this version, do they just completely take out his pupils?
You know-
His pupils gone. They yeeted him.
I think so. It looks like.
Also, is that supposed to be a man or a woman?
Which one?
In that particular image, in this one, the purplish brownish hair.
That's a man if I ever seen. That's a
Well,
man if I've ever
actually, I have been looking at Twitter, and apparently that particular individual is non-binary. I think. I'm
So
not.
wait, is Disney's way of depicting non-binary as every other image they draw them more masculine or more feminine? Is that their idea of non-binary in terms of art depiction?
I mean, if that's the case, then I
What
have.
the fuck?
If that's the case, and I've got some, then I have to wonder: has Crix been non-binary as well? Because they constantly depicted Crix as both in a masculine and feminine way, especially early
I
on.
pity the non-binary people who are forced to read this comic.
Same here. Well, I pity anyone that's forced to read this comic, but
Are you saying you pity the fool?
I pity the fool.
Do I gotta call Mr. T and tell him he's gotta sue?
Yes. Yes, that way it'll be hilarious to see Mr. T suing my live stream of the Star Wars Galactic Bake Off special.
I'd pay to go to that. I'd pay money to go to that court case. Just have him representing himself while his lawyer is just looking intimidated in the corner as he's yelling at the judge, pointing at you, saying, "I pity the fool."
I kind of want to see it happening just so mainstream media has to report on the Galactic Bake Off special itself, and people just lose their minds laughing at the stupidity on display.
Mutter for Allah.
It would be worth it.
All right, I'll cease my interruption.
No worries, no
I'll
worries.
cease my interruption. Have a great rest of your stream. Have fun, Ace. Have fun, everybody else.
We will
Nathan,
try.
you sexy man, continue enjoying being you, and I will have it on the background while I continue editing my video. Anyway.
Okay, let's see how bad this gets, everyone. I believe Nathan is up for the next bit of dialogue here.
Oh wait, sorry, you'll just need to zoom in again.
Oh, right. No worries.
Hang on a moment. Are we doing Master Yoda's recipe for special baked sweet story custard cakes?
Yes, Master Porter.
Well, how do you plan to do that without the single most important ingredient?
Ah,
Excuse me. No. He means the story. Master Yoda's recipe states explicitly that the only way for these custard cakes to come out right is if the bakers tell a story while they prepare them.
Oh, fuck off.
No.
So the entire point of the baking special is to have backstory and exposition while they're baking.
I have never seen that as an ingredient.
I want to ask
250,
one
250 grams of butter,
have
preheat
we-
the oven to 200 degrees, and add in 2 backstories for exposition for the right flavour.
Bad writing.
We're working with Krabby
As
Patty.
I said, I want to ask one question. Ace, have we had a prom story yet?
How do we have a proper story? That is a good question.
No. I mean a
Okay,
prom.
I know I just said I was leaving, but
We know. Yes, you did. You did.
You're gonna be here for a while.
oh my God.
The sexy boy returns.
Oh my God, no.
Lions Amon says the secret ingredient is love. Imagine if the secret ingredient in this story had to be talking about your love life while baking.
We are
Hey,
working
it's not.
against daddy logic.
This isn't Star Wars.
No, it's
Okay,
not.
this is
No,
not
it's
Star
not.
Wars. I don't know what to call this. I don't know what you would call
High
this.
Wars.
Shit.
We call it Tumblr.
All I can
How's it-
say is, fuck this comic and fuck
I
this.
will give this one comic this. It's better drawn than the entirety of Steven Universe and Adventure Time. Fuck those shows.
But that's
Here,
that's
here.
just unfair.
Indeed.
I mean,
Master Yoda's recipe states explicitly that the only way for these custard cakes to come out right is if you tell.
it sounds like a fucking. You know those
Did you avoid
preschooler
that?
shows? You know those preschooler shows? I can't remember the Blue's Clues. Let's use that as an example. You know how the host talks? I can't read that comment, and I can only hear it in that voice of,
Hey kids, Master Yoda's recipe states explicitly that the only way for these custard cakes to come out right is if the bakers tell a story while they prepare them. So, guess what, kids? In 3 seconds, we all gotta share a nice story. Let's go!
like, fuck you, whoever wrote this in. Oh.
Wait till you see the next line of dialogue. Wait till you see the next line of dialogue. Let me read
I
it, in
have
fact.
the exact.
Indeed, and it must be a story about cooperation.
In solidarity with your comrades.
Okay. I have a feeling these fuckers were snorting like cocaine while watching children's shows. There is no way they weren't.
The
Dude,
size
this
of the
actually
straw that they used to suck it up the nostrils must have been gigantic.
No, I guess they were using their nails like Carrie Fisher did.
Dude, these days they practically make the children's shows half for those people.
Steven Universe. There you go.
True.
Man, this is suffering.
Lions Amon says, screw you, Alpharius. Adventure Time is better than this heresy.
Oh no.
Not by much. Not by much.
man. They didn't even have proper, like, what you call it, reference sheets for the characters.
That was Steven Universe. I
And
think.
basically they hired all their friends. That's how professional it was.
Yeah, that was Steven Universe. That wasn't Adventure Time.
Oh, it
I
bled
think
over.
the down
It started with Adventure Time and bled into Steven Universe. That's how Rebecca
if you
Taylor
ask
got it
me,
wrong.
what started the downfall of like cartoon shows like that and storytelling in that medium, I think that's kind of started with Chowder. Very strongly, because
Don't you
we
talk
started
shit about my boy Chowder.
that. Okay, I'm talking shit about it because shows like that
Fuck
started
you.
to, like Chowder was one of the original
Charlie.
shows that started cropping up like that, right? That were really had no plot, had really like the world was just made as stupid and as crazy as possible, and there really wasn't much meat or bones to the world itself. No rules, no limits. They went, and the concept wasn't necessarily crazy, but the fact that it became mainstream is what made it bad. Like creating a world like that where it's just nutty, just insane, just everything makes no sense, and in that insanity they can tell some stupid as hell stories with stupid as hell names with no rules or consequences, and it could be quirky, it could be interesting. But then when you have more and more shows doing that, you had Adventure Time, you had Steven Universe, you had name any of the shows that are on Cartoon Network right now. Like these shows, not only did the animation quality spike down, but also with that the writing. The writing immediately took a dive bomb where it started out as just episodic lessons that they could tell in a quirky universe to just downright insane, nearly unfollowable plot lines. And then if you tried to look at the worlds as a whole, because they had no actual rules, laws, or anything constraining them, you felt in my opinion, you shouldn't feel you could feel connection, like in Adventure Time. Let's use Adventure Time. You could feel connection to the character of Finn and Jake, right? But tell me like a location in that game, in that world, in that cartoon that you could get connected to. That with the next episode they wouldn't take you to a completely bad shit different location. Like the setting you couldn't get attached to, and I don't believe anybody out there who says that they were attached to the setting, because like there's no setting. That's kind of the concept of shows like Chowder, like Adventure Time, like other shows similar to it. The setting is bullshit. It's just whatever it needs to be for that episode to do the latest weird dumb shit.
Like the last two shows which signified the end for me from when they ended was Transformers Prime and Star Wars: The Clone Wars.
Yeah, and the thing is, those are great examples of storytelling you could tell to kids. Like those are still like they're censored enough that kids can absorb it and have deeper storytelling. And like in direct contrast with the examples I just gave, those ones had a consistent setting. Yes, they changed up the location every episode, but there was elements between it all that felt consistent.
Or just
they made
characters.
It wasn't all like the show wasn't 100% relied on the characters. It was still majorly. All shows are, but one thing I always encourage writers to think about. And I'm not gonna pretend I'm the greatest writer on the planet, but what you got to keep in mind, the setting is a character in itself. Like you can get connected to the characters all you want, but if at the end of the day, what the characters are connected to, the world, means nothing, then your characters' motivations mean nothing. The reasons they do what they do mean nothing. Their backstories inconsequential. It's just their day-to-day jokes, humor, banter. That's all you can tie yourself to. And yes, that can amplify the character's value to you. But at the end of the day, if what they're fighting for, if what they're moving towards, if what they're in means nothing, makes no sense, and has no weight to it, why the fuck do you care about the overall story? You don't. That's why Adventure Time in a way worked, because episode to episode, it completely changed. Because they could. But that, in and of itself, in my opinion, made the show worse, because you had no consistent setting to connect to through the characters. Whereas in Clone Wars, you did have a consistent setting. Yes, you had different planets that had widely different aesthetics every single episode, but the one thing that tied them together was the overall setting of the war, the fight between the clones and the droids, constantly seeing those regularities, the seeing regular locations that we could revisit and remember details about, like Coruscant, Tatooine, Naboo. These are all things that, yes, are widely different locations, but they were consistent, and when we went back to them, there was something about them we could recall and keep in mind, something to connect to through the characters, which I see being murdered on screen by things like Chowder, Adventure Time, and every show that tried to be a poor man's ripoff of those shows.
All right.
Anyway, that's my TED Talk.
That's okay.
You perfect analogy, my friend. Perfect analogy.
Plug yourself.
For Al Hayatis.
All right. Now I'm leaving. I'll hop off and avoid interrupting again.
That's okay. See you in 5 minutes when
whenever
something
you
else
want.
ridiculous comes up.
Yeah.
Point in the timeline.
I'll try and keep my mouth shut.
No worries. It's actually a pleasure having you on. All right, so I think Kalkyl is up next, right?
Yes, if I'm not mistaken. Hold on. Right. Exactly. A story where they learn something new about what they are capable of. Or one of trust between them and someone else. That led to a deeper understanding of the Force.
And that's why Kantum and I have agreed to tell everyone about an event where we were both there for, but only saw each other for a single brief moment of...
A dangerous rescue mission during the Great Disaster. Very good name for a thing. Almost as good as naming World War I the Great War.
Or naming the
Very
vessel
well.
the vessel.
Very well,
God.
then. I'm off to do my eggs.
Or like naming a planet Armageddon.
Okay, I would rather inject cocaine straight into my bloodstream than fucking pretend the vessel exists.
But it has the best character, Geode the Rock.
That's true.
Where's the cocaine?
Praise be his name.
So here's the cooking, ladies and gentlemen. The storytelling itself. Oh, it's actually going to be mostly me talking. Okay. And also the art style has taken a drop again.
Oh, god damn it.
Maybe that's the point of this entire thing. They've just brought in a bunch of different artists or are drawing in a different artistic style for each story just so they can, torture us more, I suppose.
Okay.
Hooray.
Okay, while we're on the topic of art styles, I got like a little concept book of Ralph McQuarrie's art, and I remember when Rebels came out and they were emulating that style in CG. Oh god, Anakin
Oh, hey.
dropped. So did Yoda.
So we got another guest here, Lucky Kennedy. Welcome aboard, Lucky Kennedy.
Oh, I've been here for a while.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, but there's my rant right there. Oh, god,
right.
that show is
Dude,
not
I
aged
hate
well.
Rebels. I hated the thin lightsaber so much.
All right, so let's.
Okay,
Oh.
okay. The emulating Ralph McQuarrie's art was fine. I like that, but it's like it did not suit in a CG style.
All right.
Didn't work.
Fair enough. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump right in, shall we?
One mind freaking out.
The great disaster was when a collision in hyperspace rained flaming destruction on the Hetzel system. Many died, but many more would have if not for the Republic and Jedi rescue efforts. I was treating survivors on a small freighter we'd put into use as a mobile hospital just outside of the danger area. Few truly understand it, but there's a certain oneness that emerges on the inside when a Jedi is called on to deal with a near impossible situation. For me, it happens when I heal. It's not that I have any special powers. The Force moves through me as it does all living things. It adds to my already robust medical knowledge. It helps me understand the inner workings of the body even more deeply. The Force shows me something is wrong, and the Force helps me fix it. That's not really how Force heal works, though, is it?
It's going off Rise of Skywalker logic.
I don't think
so
he's using the
broken
Force
regardless.
heal. I think he's just I think he's using normal medical tools and just using the Force to help him out with that.
Okay.
Hang on, wait, I've just had a thought. So, do you know how Force Heal basically manipulates the person's cells and the blood to sort of coagulate and close a wound?
Oh god.
If Jedis can manipulate blood, does that mean that Jedis can give other people boners on command?
Oh, god.
That is the first thing you think about.
Yes.
That is the one thing they do not teach. Like, that is one of those powers that Palpatine referenced when he said the path to the dark side allows so many unusual abilities. That's like a defense mechanism in a fight. You know, Anakin versus Obi-Wan just gives him a hard on. Middle of the fight, ha, you can't fight now.
Very good.
I'm reminded of two things, both of them cartoons. One a kid's cartoon, one an adult's one. The kids' one is Avatar's bloodbending. So the Jedi are now bloodbenders.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, fuck, no, you've just brought up an image.
What?
Oh, the super cursed one.
What?
I don't want to know. I do not want to know. The other thing that you reminded me of, the idea that people can't fight when they have a Well, I was reminded of the show Archer, where Archer used it to freak out a dude enough that he drops the hostage and allows Archer to shoot him.
God, why do I feel like that's the start to like a fucking hentai comic?
I'm not-
Like, that is like basically the dead start to a fucking porno.
I am not going to send anyone else the image apart from Kalkyl because I know he'll appreciate it and he'll tell me if it's cursed or not.
What? Oh no.
Well, let me go to the next page and inevitably get the error message. Yep.
Oh my fucking god.
Yeah, that's
I
cursed.
even know what I can even figure out where that's from.
Speaking of cursed,
Lord.
they've turned buckets of blood into Batman from the animated series. Look at that jaw.
Oh my
The
god.
break of a chain.
Oh god, that's some Joe Swanson type jaw.
Okay, I'm gonna go to Marvel IDW with a baseball bat. Give me 5 minutes.
There.
What's up with crippled Thanos on the right?
He lost it. Well, he lost the Infinity Gauntlet, so he's kind of fallen on hard times.
Since Thanos lost the Infinity Gauntlet,
Oh my
he's been
God, it
addicted
is
to crack.
Thanos.
Alternate universe Thanos.
He's got a meth addiction.
Okay,
That's why he's the Infinity Gauntlet.
okay, here's the thing.
Infinite crap bag.
That little helmet thing he's wearing is so photoshopped on.
Oh
It is
Yeah.
photoshopped on.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my god, that was Thanos. That was Thanos. It's changed my fucking mind.
They censored the comic by shopping a helmet on, just so we wouldn't know it's Thanos.
God.
You can't hide the truth from us.
I'm not like opposed to this cameo, but it's like, really? Did you really have to Photoshop a helmet on?
Yes,
Like,
really.
you're all
I
under the
don't.
same-
I don't think that's actually supposed to be Thanos. I think that's just an alien that's purple.
No. My disappointment is immeasurable.
And my day is ruined. Well, my day was ruined when I started reading this, but anyways.
Yeah.
There. How's that feel? Who wants to voice Thanos?
I can try.
Okay, I'm gonna voice that fucker because I'm determined. Because it's probably one line. Whoa, the clouding has cleared up. Thank you. Why the?
Why
Why
did you
did
sound
I
like
do it that
Dale from King of the Hill?
You turned Thanos into Larry the Cable Guy. Perfectly balanced, and perfectly balanced as all things should be. Get her done.
We live in the best timeline. Because there's a timeline where he actually sounded like Thanos.
All right, so who was going to voice Thanos but didn't? I guess you can voice the other alien.
The freaking Mon Calamari?
Yep, the Mon Calamari. Yep.
Uh-huh.
Oh, dinner.
I mean, yes, but no. Alright, anyway. There's a medium-sized cruiser just within the disaster area.
You missed a line there.
What? Oh, there. No, oh, shit.
That's okay. That's okay.
Master Buck! You must come quickly! Master Buck.
Buck?
Buckets of blood, Buck.
Oh,
He's Captain America.
Or is
now.
his actual
First it was
name Buck?
Thanos.
And he's called Buckets of Blood. I don't know. Honestly, I don't care.
What happened, Captain Cardo?
There's a medium-sized cruiser just within the disaster area. It's already been severely damaged, and it seems their comms are down.
What kind of cruiser is it?
It's the Voyager Dawn.
A cruiser that carries a meditation retreat for Elder Jedi. Yes, I know it well. There are hundreds of people on board. And an error message coming right
A
up.
cruiser for retired Jedi.
wait, was that Superman protesting? What the fuck? I saw a quick glimpse of that. I'm like, what?
Yep,
Oh my god.
yep.
What are these?
Also, you can see gay Aquaman there.
Yep.
In the words gay and Aquaman's very redundant. Aquaman is pretty much already gay.
He's in the fucking Navy, so yeah.
He's in the Navy, wears like a leotard and he commands fish.
Alright, let's get back to it. Alright, there we go.
Oh, Christ. Oh, yeah, that might... That... God damn it, stop coughing. Okay, I think I got it. A single Jedi with a tiny rescue team responded to the distress call on Master Katam's side. Their ship doesn't have nearly enough room for the survivors, and they've asked us for assistance evacuating everyone. What do we do?
We don't have a moment to lose. Head for the nearest support cruiser. We'll unload the patients and any crew member that doesn't want to put themselves in danger. Then we set course for the Voyager Dawn.
Okay, he's just gonna jettison everyone into space then.
Yep.
Go buckets of blood.
Also, once again, that art style. Man, look at his face.
That face is.
Look at that
He
chin.
is
Oh,
Palpatine now.
Yeah.
Actually, fun fact, his was it fucking like second in command was the same species, so really
yeah.
makes you think.
Hey, wait a minute. Starting to see a pattern here.
Okay, all the aliens look good except for fucking buckets of blood there. It's like, wow. No
Yep.
reference.
And that purple thing in the back.
Wait a minute. Wait, why does Buckets of Blood now have pupils?
Yeah.
Again, was right.
Of all the fucking frames,
Returned.
we've had more frames of him closer, and he doesn't have pupils. He's here mid-shot and he has pupils.
It's the High Republic.
Good question.
you are searching for continuity. Fuck. Talking.
Yeah.
Can
good
you
point.
even say the word? Yeah.
Continuity. Okay. Or maybe think about this. Maybe that is how he sees himself. Pupils.
Maybe he just doesn't know.
Heroes say the word pupils again.
No.
Oh.
All right, so let's see.
You break my heart.
Let's see how bad this gets, shall we?
Oh god, Mark Hamill took a picture of himself in front of a gas station called Tashi. I could finally cross that off my to-do list.
Wait, he did more. He got power converters there.
I know.
Oh my god, that's kind of funny, actually.
God damn it,
That
Mark.
is actually kind of funny. I will give him that.
This cruiser
Yeah.
looks like a hilt. Like a fucking sword hilt.
I mean, fits
No,
in
it's
with Star
gonna- it's
Wars
gonna-
design, so it's not awful.
Dude, it's gonna mix with the Starlight Beacon and become a Voltron sword.
I already did.
The reactor.
Is the reactor on the outside of this thing as well?
Okay, the Starlight Beacon is basically one of those video game enemies with the glowing weak point.
Yeah.
Literally.
Giant enemy crab. Hit the weak spot for massive damage.
All right, so I think Kalkyl's got the first line here.
Right, hold on. Oh. I know it's painful, but we have to go, Pambola. No, Fambola. Oh well. We don't have much time. We weren't sure. We weren't sure who would be close enough to help, but it didn't matter. We had to get all the elders to the docking bay.
So, Nathan, would you be up for voicing Fambola?
I certainly can do.
Cool.
I'm guessing Fambola is the yellow alien on the left.
Yep.
Please, this place, it's our home. I have no further way to serve the Order. I'm not clinging to these objects, but the memories, everything I am, and was.
I hear you, Master Fambola. But understand, you are Fambola the Noble, and you are as vital to the Order now as when you were first knighted. Which is why we have to go.
Thank you, Katam.
Wait,
What?
isn't that technically Jedi code, like attachments and shit?
Yes.
Yes.
There's the violation right there. Everyone take a drink.
Yep. Also, not only that, but
What is that face?
even just that. It's even better. Think about it this way: Fambolo was saying, "I don't want to leave. You have to leave." Thank you. That is what that dialogue basically summed up is.
It's
Hey,
rather
sometimes you-
dumb that the Jedi have a fucking spaceship retirement home. That really just doesn't
That's pretty stupid.
at all.
Yes,
Oh,
that is
God.
stupid too.
Oh god, it's Space Florida.
So wait, are we going to get Space Florida Man on this cruiser?
Holy shit.
Captain the Space Florida Man.
Yoda is Space Florida Man. We all know it.
Good point. Good point.
You reckon Space Florida Man is just a Mon Calamari that just snorted too much meth?
No, it's Yoda. Yoda Space Florida Man. Obviously.
He's got a point.
He's got the ketamine and all. And his
No.
I hope they do actually do Space Florida Man here. I kind of hope. Winter's King says, "Don't Jedi get stronger in the Force with age? Shouldn't a giant cruiser with hundreds of aged Jedi and Jedi Masters on it be pretty stupidly strong with the Force?"
That's true.
That's a good question. Yeah.
They could probably hold back the vacuum of space for like a few hours.
Lions Amon says, "The old Jedi become Skyrim NPCs. Worse, they become Fallout 4 NPCs."
Ooh, that's low.
Okay, this is basically how what you got. Like, it's an old age retirement home where the millennials dump off their grandparents, never to visit them again.
Bye-bye, old people.
Well, apparently, the people there are at great danger. So, I mean, it is at least fitting to the topic.
Wait, look at the outline of the ship. It looks cut out as fuck.
It does, yeah.
Yep,
Oh my god.
you're right. It looks like they photoshopped it into as well. Even better, they photoshopped the little fragments around it because they. How do you screw up drawing that badly that it actually looks like you shopped it in when what really happened is you were too lazy to draw around it? How?
Surprise, surprise, it sucks.
Alright, bring him down, Meg.
Okay, Osmogon, please come in here. We need you now to have a look at this.
I was gonna say,
Oh my god, you're our only hope.
Help us, Osmogon. You're our only hope.
but when the world needed him most, he
He
vanished.
didn't answer. God is dead.
And the High Republic killed him.
Everything changed when the Disney attacked.
God, these incompetent fools are more coherent than John Lennon after a night of heroin. I'm not fucking kidding. I wish I was.
They probably beat their spouses more.
I actually know the true story behind that. He did it once and he was like, "Oh shit, what did I do?" Like it was like a one-time thing for him. Yeah.
It's just a funny joke.
Yeah, it's a funny joke. It's,
You know, just making
God,
fun
a
of a dead
subreddit got a
man.
good mileage out of it.
I still can't believe they actually drew this so poorly that it looks genuinely shopped. In fact, I think you can actually see where their little brush things, where they just weren't sure at right here and here, where they were getting close, but just. God, how on earth do you screw it up this badly?
They didn't even try.
In the words of TTS, if we were to go over every little
I'm
mistake
just gonna
this
tap
book
my
has
manga
made,
collection and thank it for all the good times.
then we would be here for years. The boy would starve.
We would all starve.
All right, so.
Oh my
Oh.
god, all the glass.
Yep, so I think we got some more lines here for you, Kalkyl.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Wait.
Oh my gosh, this is ripping off the Disney movie, The Black Hole. There's an exact room like this in that fucking movie. Oh my.
It's not plagiarism if you do it to yourself. Yeah.
Well, it technically is, but...
Oh, I need a good line of God.
Okay, oh, wait, actually, my bad. I think it was Nathan that's got the alien there.
Yeah, I was kind of waiting for you to zoom into the thing.
Oh, right. My bad. There we go.
Tam, is anything wrong?
There was something off. I reached out and felt a deep disturbance in the Force. I just... no, nothing.
So why can't the older Jedi that's more in tune with the Force feel it then?
Well, millennials hate wisdom.
That is true. But let's...
Okay, is that debris or is it fucking ships? I can't tell because the art is so piss poor.
I think one of those is a battery. It has a little lightning bolt on there.
What the fuck? Why?
They drew... Batteries are canon in the Star Wars universe, and they look suspiciously like...
Toilet
USB
paper.
battery. For my dick.
I would say real-life batteries, but that isn't even fair. This looks like a battery from the Army Men games. That's a parody of real-life batteries.
It looks like a fucking Coke can. No, it's fucking... No, not Coke.
Wait! I know what this is! We're in an old folks' home. This is a Monster energy drink.
Boomer juice.
Boomer juice.
Monster fruit juice.
The proximity alarm.
We're out of time.
Oh, it's still with us. Perfect.
Oh, that's mine. Oh.
That's okay.
I didn't have time to investigate the strangeness I sensed. So I thought...
So, I think we have... Alpharius, how would you like to voice the random aliens here? I think we haven't given you any lines, really, so... in the backstory itself, so...
How can we help? This, just like the old days. How exciting. Sure, as long as we don't get disintegrated.
Bambola is the last.
Great! We have rescue income... Oh! My bad. I thought that was buckets.
It doesn't matter.
I think it is buckets of blood, actually. Yeah.
No, that's a different species.
Yeah, the horns are different.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right. It
isn't the same.
A little racist of you, Ace.
Some aliens look the same.
Great. We have rescue incoming.
I think you're up, Nathan.
Am I?
Yep.
No. Grisbel is missing.
We've done sweeps of the vessel. There's no one else.
No. She is back there.
We've scanned the whole ship with our scanners in the Force.
Wait, how do you scan a ship with the Force? I mean, you can sense with it, but scan?
Yeah, that's a dumb way of putting it.
Synonym, maybe.
My faith in humanity is slowly dying with each second.
Same here.
It's already gone, to be honest.
Yeah.
And how many more pages are left?
What page are we on? We are on page 11. There are 36 left.
Oh my fucking god.
Alright, let's do this lightning round. Let's do these lines as fast as fucking possible.
Alright, let's go.
I think it's Nathan's line there, the please, she's still there.
On a Brit Bonger, what are you waiting for?
Shit, I keep realizing I put myself on mute. Please. She's still there. Please.
One more pass.
ETA on rescue is 10 minutes.
I'll be back.
I mean it.
I know.
All right.
We never heard from him again.
Yeah. Happy ending.
Happy ending.
The value was lost.
This is just his twin brother.
I believe we are just about ready to put things in the oven, which should be preheated, by the way.
It is. Thanks to Gabino and Kaimo. Oh, and hey, Kira, you came to help out too?
Alpharius, you want to voice Kira as well?
Sure.
Kira.
Just both the purple ones.
Yeah, and then both the purple ones too, right?
Oh. If I hadn't, these two would have spent the whole time throwing gobs of dough at each other. Not true. Well, only partially true. Right. We would have gotten around to it eventually.
Yes, see, clearly the master chefs and their skillful pupils.
Yes.
Master Jedi in there. Skillful pupils.
Pupils that, once again, buckets of blood are missing.
God.
Oiros.
Alright, so I'm...
What? Reminds me of this thing. What was it again? It's like, Pooh, what happened to you? They took my fucking eyes.
They took my fucking eyes.
Alright, so who wants to voice the other Jedi Masters here?
Maybe I can get away with it. I got a few extra voices up my sleeve.
Okay.
Icing is finished, and ready to be applied. Ah, yes, Master Takabaka. Fuck it. I've heard there was baking going on, so we thought we'd come by and lend a hand, or many hands, or feet.
Ew.
I'm just here to listen. I don't cook or bake.
As he's tasting the ingredients by sticking his finger into the raw eggs.
I finished coating everything with flour.
Wait.
mine.
That's, yeah.
Sorry, I didn't know. I kind of like the Bulbo-looking motherfucker behind.
I finished coating everything with flour. Can you get back to the story? No? I need to know what happens immediately.
Do return to the tale at hand. It's quite riveting.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
Something I've noticed about British accents is that everyone on those aisles cannot mimic each other.
Alright, so I guess I can... Oh, who was voicing the Mon Calamari?
That was me,
There you go.
on Calamari. So, we have a problem.
Go on.
See that mess right around the Voyager? Seems a shard of the freighter burst into flames nearby and created a debris field that's likely to wreak havoc on our shields.
How long will they hold up?
Could be minutes, could be an hour or two. I can tell you that moving through it is what will cause the most damage. Once we're locked onto the station, it won't be as bad. Truth is, though, there's no telling. In part because at any moment another of the larger flaming shards should hit us, or could hit us.
So, how do you know it will cause the most damage when another barrage of the things might be on their way at any moment?
Billions of taxpayer dollars, ladies and gentlemen, down the toilet.
Yeah.
Like, sorry, that shit was like, oh, the fuck's on the build.
Oh yeah.
I'm pretty sure the Jedi were not funded by the taxpayer in Star Wars.
Also, once again, what is it with the outline here? Although this time, at least this time they've oh, sorry.
No, I'm sorry.
At least this time they drew over it a little bit with some of the debris, but still. Ah, well. And if the debris could be moved to the side as we journey through?
Well, that would improve our chances quite a bit, yes. And buys time. But...
Set the course and don't go too fast.
Actually, yeah, it's a good idea. Use the Force to just try and...
I mean, that is actually a good idea, I think.
Yeah, but it's in this comic, so it makes it automatically bad.
It exists in this comic. Opinion discarded.
He just jumps out into space, no protection on.
It worked out for Leia, so why not?
Thank you for reminding me that movie exists.
You're welcome.
Also, you can use your starship to go into light speed and crash into another starship.
No, you see, that was just a 1 in a million chance.
And Master Yoda can summon lightning bolts as a Force ghost.
He needs to be alive, man.
What's the point of being
yeah,
alive
I could
when
do more
being
while
dead
dead.
makes you more powerful?
Also, the bombers using gravity-based bombs in space.
Oh yeah, and the bombs were magnetic.
Please, no.
The bombs were magnetic in a fucking metal...
That too.
We lost so many neurons.
I think I knew what they were going for when they said that. They were gravity-based because the inside of the ship had gravity, and it relied on the gravity to spew them out.
Which in itself, that's not a too bad idea, but once you apply... But, like, once you add magnets to the case, it's like, oh, God.
Yes. Just
'Cause
don't add
guess where
magnets
that bomb's
when you
gonna
don't
go?
need them.
Up, down, left, right into the hole.
Fucking magnets. How do they work?
It's basically, everyone understands magnets. Everyone. No matter
Well-
how fucking dumb you are.
Kathleen Kennedy doesn't understand magnets.
Oh, please. She has to understand magnets to a degree. It's Ruin Johnson that doesn't.
Fair point. Dark Design says,
Besides, do you think she read the script? Brian Johnson was too busy under the table.
Have some mercy on my psyche. Actually, no, we deserve it after you coming on to read this.
Whereas King says, I hate everything about Disney Star Wars lore. It's so dumb. Dark Design says, don't forget hyperspace skipping.
Oh,
Also, just Luke Skywalker in The Last Jedi.
Dude, the worst part about the sequel trilogy was getting so hyped by Force Awakens.
Yep. I saw that shit with my dad. Oh God, was that a mistake?
Well, let's go ahead. Who is voicing? I think this is Kalkyl voicing the next line.
I think so, yes.
Oh no, it's someone else. I don't know who's voicing, but someone's voicing this.
Is it?
Okay, it's basically the guy that's searching the ship.
Yeah, well, then that's me.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. Can you just...
Maybe it is one of the kids.
I think it's one of the kids, actually.
Really?
Yeah, because they're asking him a question.
Okay,
Maybe it was the one who was asking him to get on with it.
if that's the case.
Yes, get on with it.
That's probably what the people watching this stream are thinking.
It's saying on my laptop that it started 19 minutes ago. No.
No.
We're getting close to an hour and a half in so far. Anyway, so I guess I can voice this anyways, real quick. But what does any of this have to do with growing in the Force or cooperation, Master Buck? So I'm reminded of when Goku ended up going and leaving the spaceship and using the Kamehameha to make sure that it didn't fly right into a star. That's kind of what this bit here reminds me of a little bit, looking at it.
Well, at least this fucker managed to put a suit on.
Yeah.
So now his pupils are black.
Yep. You see...
So his pupils are just switching at all times.
Yeah.
Schrodinger's pupils.
Well, Schrodinger's pupils would imply that it only has two conditions, or positions. We can have pupils, we can have no pupils, we can have black pupils, we can have white pupils, as far as this character is concerned. And it is a big mystery as to which they will be at any given time. Anyways... You see, young Kira, that oneness that emerges when a Jedi is called to action. Oh boy, it's much easier to feel it when in our comfort zones, and this was not mine.
Oh my
Buckets
God.
of blood is on the scene. Still, it's true what they say. Well, that's one down. The hidden plant, the plant that stays hidden in the soil, never bears delicious fruit.
Dude is just
What
dude is
the
just T-posing.
fuck?
Yeah, I've never heard that phrase. Also, just to remind everyone,
He slipped that helmet on.
a plant that stays hidden in the soil never bears delicious fruit.
You know, his lungs will be fucking exploding right now. There's absolutely no fucking pressure up there. It's like, nope, his lungs will pop like a balloon.
Force.
Also, considering what he just said, does this mean that the Jedi are in their comfort zone when they are killing people? Because holy fuck, they use the Force perfectly at that point.
You might be onto something.
You
Yep.
see,
Yep,
You see
Jedi are worse
Kennedy-
from the Sith. Miracle.
Emperor Palpatine did nothing wrong.
The Emperor did
the
nothing
Empire
wrong.
was
The
always right.
Republic proves it. Okay, if we take this as Imperial propaganda of what the Jedi were like, it makes
is
so
only-
much sense.
This is my headcanon now.
I'm waiting. Okay, I cannot wait to see Sargon's video saying Star Wars The High Republic is pro-imperialist propaganda.
If you have his contact, please.
He already knows about this. I've been telling V about this, and both he and V know about just how well this is going.
A bit closer to heaven.
Maxwell Silverhammer was done in 70 takes. I would rather go through that than than this comic.
Mm.
What was?
Or was it like 700 takes? I don't know.
Yeah.
Still better.
A couple thousand to go. Okay, so it looks like this is... so this is Kalkyl.
Hold on. Ooh. Yeah. The disturbance I feel seems to be coming from right over. Donk. Oof.
Did you not see that?
The force apparently has left him because his his precognition has disappeared. Oh,
So they turned him into one of the bandits from Home Alone, getting smacked with traps.
They were smart. Okay, they were smarter than this dickweed, which isn't saying much.
But still.
When Harry outsmarts you in intelligence, you gotta reevaluate your life.
Instead of the wet bandits, these are the woke bandits.
Hey, wait a minute. Isn't that a Chinese phrase?
What, the wet bandits?
No, woke bandits. No, I remember it's communist bandit.
Oh, communist bandit. Well, I can see why you could be confused by that. Yeah, similar enough. Anyways, let's go ahead and continue.
That's a sense of anguish immediately washed over me. It felt bigger than the galaxy itself.
Cantam, respond. We don't have much time.
It's too much. Wait, what? Who was that? Mine? I don't know. What the fuck was that? Whose was that? It's just a random speech bubble in the middle of it.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll just wait. We'll just keep going, I guess.
Right. Must find my center. This sorrow and fear. None of it is my own. Empathy. The ability to understand and share the feelings of others. A core tenet of being a Jedi. But it is not one of the core beliefs of being a communist, however, as we can tell from a lot of things.
Okay, let's go. So we're witnessing the Jedi code being broken once more. All right, where's the beer?
Yep. Take a shot.
Osmogon, I summon thee.
Asmogon, get your ass in here right now before I come dragging you in.
Osmogon.
Speaking seriously, if we have to drink every time something fucked up happens, we are going to die.
This is true. It would still be better than reading the rest of this comic, though, I believe.
No, it's also true.
Unless there's a German or a Scotsman here, yeah, everyone here is gonna die.
Zoogold says this comic proves that gatekeeping hobbies isn't a bad thing. Yep. Winter's King says, join me in the new Sith Empire. Freedom and glory for all. I mean, compared to what we've seen about the Jedi...
I am sold.
Alright, so, you got more lines there.
Wait. No. That I don't. Whose line? Make it who's saying that? Because I don't. It's not him.
I'll voice it. Make it!
Oh. Without a balance and discipline.
Stop! The screaming! Make the screaming stop!
He is actually going schizophrenic.
Yes. I
What
was
if a century schizoid man? Sorry, I had to.
Of course.
What are they talking about?
Hang on.
Why are they
Is that
calling
is that a member of Yoda's race?
No.
No.
Maybe.
Ah, fuck! I was gonna say, is this Space Florida man?
It is Space Florida Man!
It is the Space Florida Man. You were right all along.
We got Space Florida Man!
Wait. It reminds me of a meme. Let me see if I can find it.
We need to make this into a meme.
Yes.
Whenever there's a Twitter outrage over something stupid, the screaming, make the screaming stop.
Nothing else. This little page is the inside of the Twitter people.
So we got one more line there for you.
Even empathy can overwhelm us and give rise to chaos.
Heresy!
Another beer.
Empathy is on the path to the dark side, young Padawan.
Oy vey.
So much fear, so much death, the screaming.
Master Grisol, please listen to me.
Ace
Yeah.
that too.
All right. Quantum, come in.
Remember your training. Remember the Force. There is so much terror in the galaxy today. So much sorrow.
The golden age of the galaxy, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
He's
yeah.
tripping out on ketamine.
No, he's surrounded. No, I noticed the problem. He's in a forest, but notice that there's no mushrooms. He ate them all. So many voices crying out in fear and anguish.
In all things, balance, Master Griswold. There is fear, there is death, but there is also life.
Kalkyl sounds like he's stoned.
Yeah, I do. I don't know. Wait. But that's a fucking Lord of the Rings line right there. Straight out of the fucking movie.
When the meatballs were snoosk.
Dark Design says, what's scarier, Florida man high on meth or Florida man using the Force?
Florida man with bath salts.
I'd say Florida man using the Force. It's kind of like the same reason that... I mean, which would you prefer to be near? A Kim junkie in 40K or a psyker that is unstable?
Well, no shit. The fucking unstable psyker.
Obviously.
Alright, so... Looks like there's more for you.
Oh, right. This hyperspace disaster. So many lives lost. And right here on this ship. So many terrified Jedi. Master Griswold must have been feeling all of it. It must have sent her spiraling.
Well, either that or the mushrooms.
The mushrooms.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, lost Kennedy. Man down.
Man
It
down.
was all
Yep.
the drinks.
F in the chat, boys.
Must have passed out because he drank too much.
Alright,
Who
so...
knows where he lives?
What?
There is also hope. Even in the midst of terror, you must trust in the Force. Take my hand. Together we can get to safety. Tiny hands.
Small.
You know what they say about people with small hands. Little force potential.
All right, so next up, next page. Buckets of Blood has put the delicious pastry treats in the preheated oven.
Oh my fucking god.
Still going.
Who's
So,
playing the Chewbacca ripoff?
yeah, who wants to voice Chewbacca?
I don't speak fluent Shriwook, so I don't think I won't try that.
I think
Yeah.
it should be Uros because the irony of having somebody who speaks in such a easy to the ears accent.
All right, Oros.
The fucking mic didn't pick that up.
The mic didn't pick it up.
Almost sounded like he was being waterboarded at Guantanamo. It was like, yeah.
It sounded like someone had too much beans the day before. Is what it sounded like.
I am not going to try again. Fuck that shit.
Where's the enchilada? I'll never tell you.
Chewbacca had Taco Bell.
Next, please.
I'm trying
Let's
to.
forget about this.
I don't know.
Wait, hang on. I think I'm the blue dude on the right, and then I'm also the dude on the left as well.
Yep.
Don't mind us. Just here to listen. Can Buckets of Blood please finish the story?
Kalkyl, you want to voice Court there?
Yeah, that works. I think one story time is not your pastry treats.
This story is incredibly without.
And Alpharius voices all three of these characters.
So very wizard.
Thing to do.
Wizard. Stars save me from these three.
Stars saved me from this comic.
It is making me want to kill myself.
So go ahead.
Through the hanging rope I go.
All right, so I guess Alpharius, you can voice this next line as one of the kids there.
And anyway, I'm still not sure what this has to do with cooperation or empathy through force.
Everyone on board. There you go. Keep 'em coming.
Master Buck.
How are we looking, Captain Cardo?
The smaller rescue ship that we received has made it to safety.
Excellent. We're getting there, Kira.
But that last hit the Voyager Dawn took just now was massive. It could go at any moment. And if that happens while we're still docked,
I think that's the other character there for you, Kalkyl.
really? Alright.
Mm.
Trust in us and our story as you trust in the Force, and you may just learn something.
That face.
It'll take us with it.
Precisely.
Thumb. Stars! Crunch.
That impact nearly took us out. Master Buck, we have to go now.
Come on, everyone, keep it moving. What's the status of Quantum?
Is no one going to point out how unfortunate that drawing was of the Mon Calamari in the previous page?
That is what I said. That face.
Look, right, no, look at the face, but look at the way it gets shinier at the top. Look at the black line in the middle, and look at the pale flesh at the bottom. You know exactly what that fucking
No, yeah. Of course, that's what you would think.
I didn't know this was a reskinned Star Wars hentai.
Did they really have to take inspiration? Did they...
Honestly, all hentai is better drawn than this.
Did they have to take... Did that
somebody clearly called the artist a dickhead, and the artist went, and I took that personally.
It's like they took inspiration from the live-action last Avatar, Avatar: The Last Airbender movie, with the princess of the Northern Water Tribe.
You mean also being a massive dickhead?
Yes. Okay. Does no one else know what I'm talking about?
Yes, really. I used it to like that movie, unfortunately.
Yeah,
my childhood sucked.
Yeah, it's alright, man.
Alright. I think we can go to the next page.
Yeah, we have.
Wait, this is a children's comic, right?
Yes.
Supposedly.
Oh, that begins to make a lot. Okay, did Rebecca Sugar do this?
No. This is Daniel Jose Older that wrote this comic.
Oh, it's something up our alley. Complete trash.
I found the meme I was looking for. I'm gonna send it to you, Ace, I think.
Okay. I'll have a look.
Garbage, so don't show it on stream, but I came to think about it before.
You don't want me to show it on stream?
No, because...
Yeah, it might get us banned.
That bad, huh?
No.
Okay, well, I will hold off on that then. So, let's see. So who was voicing the old Jedi there?
It's me.
Okay.
It's me. There was one last elder who wouldn't leave, I'm afraid.
Yeah,
Young Master Quantum went in to retrieve her. Haven't seen him since. Oh dear.
Of course. Oh, Quantum.
Wait, I thought this insinuated that they didn't know each other before this.
Well, during this story, this is the one brief time they see each other in this story, is what they're saying. I know they poorly worded it because, well, High Republic Adventures, everyone.
No surprise.
Yes, Master Buckets. I know where they're... Wait, words. Master Buckets. I know there are. They're your friend. Wait, what?
They, the pronoun.
No.
Yes, the bullshit is strong in this one.
I hate fucking...
I'm gonna trip out on LSD.
They're our friend. Do you realize what that means? Oh god, fuck. Hurt me. Anyway, never mind.
Okay.
Master Bucket. I'm gonna fucking restart for a third time. Master Buckets. I know they're your friend, but it won't be easy to get back out through the debris field and...
All the lives we have just saved will be forfeit if we wait any longer. I know. I'll head topside. You may begin with the withdrawal on my signal.
I'm to explode my lungs! God, that is one ugly motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
Rogue.
All right.
More of
Nope,
my
nothing.
To believe that others will protect you, have your back when things get chaotic.
You said your name is Cantum. I'm so sorry to have caused.
Please, Master Grimwald, believe me when I say you have nothing to get sorry for. To be sorry for, God, it's late, sorry. Trust is a hard thing to give.
I thank you, kind Jedi.
You can thank me by getting off the station alive. But as a Jedi, it is essential to give oneself over to the Force, to trust that it will guide us to where we need to be.
Master Cantum? No, Master Cantum.
When we do so, we are capable of incredible things.
Krathum.
Boom! Can't see that, so I have to zoom in a bit.
Oh, sure. No worries.
Griswold? No, Griswold.
I am all right.
Master Griswold, you saved my life.
Careful, young one. My abilities are not what they used to be. I can't. That's not how the Force works.
It's like, now I'm old. That means
Okay.
my Force ability.
You know what?
just
Okay,
disappeared.
I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. He is related to Clark Griswold.
Yeah.
How are they alive?
I don't know. It's the High Republic. People can survive lightsaber cuts.
People
Down
who
the
like
shaft.
crashing into buildings.
This is explosive decompression we are talking about.
Yeah, that's true. Force.
Also, why are there smoke clouds that aren't getting sucked out and are instead getting sucked away from it?
Oh,
What the actual?
they would be dead in a heartbeat.
That is
Their
the
lungs would have
All right, you see,
like balloons.
I'm just working by the logic Flash does whenever he breaks the laws of physics. But instead, you just minus the speed and Speed Force.
No, there is speed involved here. It's just not the kind of speed that Flash is known for.
Yeah, the little green guy's on ketamine yet again. Yeah. Makes him super durable to space.
Why are you gonna like it so much, man?
All right, so
Yeah, dude, anti-grav will screw you up.
So, you want to finish this? All right, so let's go ahead. I think Kalkyl's up for more lines.
Mm-hmm. Oh. All at once my senses rushed back to me, and with them the part of me that thinks beyond the moment. That was the only way out.
There is another way, but first, I need your help to secure the hall.
Yes, we can do it. All this. I consciously...
How they did not either die or black out in that immediate second is beyond me.
A good question.
For another time.
Let's just forget it. This is hurting my brain.
This makes even less sense now.
Who says that?
We'll do it both, me and Kalkyl together. 1, 2, 3. Together. Smush. So they blocked their only way out?
Seems so.
They walked through it? What did they do? They're not even showing us because my only conclusion is that they're not even showing us because the writer is too incompetent and wrote themselves into a corner, realized they couldn't get out of it, so they didn't even show us and hoped that we would just ignore that.
Oh, don't worry, guys. There's an escape pod right here. Just don't mind the fact that there weren't any signs. Hey, wait a second. Why weren't there signs everywhere?
Hmm.
Made you think this is an expensive top-of-the-line ship, but they don't have signs for escape pods? Wait, why is there no floor beneath me? Oh.
So, anyways. Shh, Cantom, come in. Shh.
The comms are still a mess. Gonna have to take the scenic route.
Shh. What will we do?
Reach out with the force. And trust me.
I don't like the way this dude's longingly staring at this old woman.
I don't like the way this old woman is longingly staring back with the smile there.
Those are fuck me eyes. Those are totally fuck me eyes.
Sorry.
Sorry, but she ain't an anime MILF. I can't go for it.
Master Jedi, take off those tights. I'm not wearing tights.
Oh my god.
Oh, next page now.
We have to get out of here as fast as possible.
Yep.
Okay. So, ding! That friendly ding from the oven timer means buckets of blood is ready to take the... One, 2, 3. Finish the story. Yes, get on with it! They actually did the joke for us. Okay, all right. So impatient. Captain, I'm in position. You may begin. Wait! Is that the Force? It's calling me.
I think I get it, Katan. I think I get it. Kantam and Griswold worked together to do things that might have been impossible.
Very good, Kira.
Captain, hold here. Lower the ship to me. To line me up with the Voyager Dawn.
What? Why?
But what does this have to do with the Master, Buck?
Because we're not done saving people yet. Well, younglings, it's like this. The story we're telling isn't just about the same event.
It's two sides of the same coin.
They're running out into space unprotected, and that is their big plan.
How are they even running?
What the?
Was to kill ourselves all along. To rid ourselves of the pain that was our...
No, they're blue. They were Force ghosts the whole time.
Man, what ketamine did she give him?
Oh boy, you
Shit. Take a walk on the
JoJo's
outside.
respect physics better than
I think I want some of those drugs now.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see the stupidity continue. Yes!
What the? No! No! Fuck this shit! Fuck.
They're dead. The end. It was his brother all along, and he's just mourning his brother's death.
This is
Fuck this
a
comic.
Leia moment of the 3 fucking new movies.
Okay, maybe they're just using the Force to protect themselves from...
Oh, bullshit.
The
That was
absolute,
bullshit in the movies. It is bullshit here.
Yes,
I was
it
gonna
is.
say the absolute perfect music to this, just as they're both running, is dun 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 dun. Dun, dun, and as he just tosses the Jedi, dun, 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 it just floats away.
Nah, I think the Doors the End would be perfect because it basically sums up how we're feeling with this comic.
Nah, dude.
If they
I'm hearing
actually
the
followed the laws of
I'm hearing the
physics.
NFL theme with this because he just yeeted that old lady at him like a football.
Da 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 da
Imagine
da.
if they missed.
Da da da
That would be
da.
fucking funny.
This is the worst comic of them all.
Yeah,
And that is saying
this
something.
is it.
Yep.
We found it. I can definitively say this is the worst comic of the entire
They
series.
managed to go lower.
Still pretty. It's fucking.
Boy, can I not wait to show V this.
You want to torture him, no?
Good.
Whoever V is, they're gonna have a fucking stroke after seeing this. Like, they're gonna fucking keel over and die. Like the
V is
animator in
CIA
Monty Python
contact.
in The Search of the Holy Grail.
I can't believe they have jumped the shark this thoroughly.
No, they
Well,
just
jumped
jumped
shark
the
to
ship.
DLJ. They're just
They jumped the ship! That's exactly it! That is exactly it! Our associate with the same. They jumped the ship.
At this point, I'd say more like they jumped the Death Star.
they jumped the ship high on ketamine.
I don't want to be an asshole, but all the fun times is not worth it in this with this comic. With this particular one, this is so much fucking pain.
Do Indian movies make more sense than this?
Yes.
Yes.
Do you want to know what sticks to Star Wars canon a lot more than this comic?
Turkish Star Wars?
Spaceballs.
Yes.
Yes.
Spaceballs is more accurate than the actual serious fucking comic about Star Wars.
I still think Turkish Star Wars is more faithful to Star Wars than this.
Merchandising.
Also.
Merchandising.
Merchandising.
Das
They knew it.
Schwartz.
He foresaw this. He woke up in a cold sweat after one of his drug binges.
All right, so I
But
think
honestly, my little headcanon is it's his brother grieving for his brother grieving for his family member's death, and Buckets of Blood just happens to bring it up in gruesome detail.
Yeah.
all right.
Only way that.
All right, so I think Kalkyl's got some lines, and then I'll get some lines, and we can leave this travesty.
Let us be rid of it. Without the friendship and trust that way. Wait, Master and gods. I'm sorry.
Oh wait, is it?
Still, it's a little hard to see that. But I
Out
can
pulls off his tits.
What?
Keep
I'm
reading.
I am very sober. Without the friendship and trust that Master Buckets and I have built,
Neither of us would be able to take that leap. It wasn't just faith, it was an understanding between us. I knew that they would give themselves over to the Force, do whatever it took to save themselves and Griswold. You know what this imagery looks like? All the lines around everything? It looks like a video game that highlights everything that you can interact with.
So a games journalist's wet dream.
Like one of those old LucasArts friggin' puzzle games.
Mm.
and
Oh,
I
don't
knew...
forget that.
What? No, okay, no.
Sorry.
And I knew that he would be there, waiting with a hand out when I needed him most.
1, 2, 3. We grew in friendship, in connection with the Force,
Force
and in trust that day.
that day.
I think Cantum is me, so Kalkyl's got the line there.
Wait, what? No, isn't it the other way around?
Oh,
Yeah. So.
isn't it Buck Torben? Let me check.
If it's Buck Torben, I'm the one on the right because I'm saying goodbye to him or my character. Oh god, now I'm literally sounding like I am.
Yeah, you're right. So it's my line. May the force be with you, Cantum.
And you, Torben.
Is that transport like an I-Wing? Like the fucking bomber from the Rebellion?
Yeah, it looks a little like that, but bigger, obviously. Dark Design says this is not saving yourself, this is an act of insanity. The comic in a nutshell.
They couldn't find any spacesuits in the airlock. Really?
Nope.
Nothing?
You know what irks me? Is that they did the same thing as in the last comic. They do not show how the fucking character survives. They are each in the ship, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Each character has a suicidal streak.
All right, so you got.
Suicidal, they're in this comic.
All right, so let's go ahead and finish this because this is the last page of the comic itself.
I was gonna say,
fucking god.
I'm turning into a zombie,
Lord.
and I need brains. But in this comic, I find none.
Like that scene from The Simpsons.
This comic is the cure for zombies. It drains the brains.
Brains, I find none. Let's go somewhere else.
All right. Go ahead.
And weren't we supposed to save these to be the prize for winning the Great Jedi Rumble race?
Bah! Buckets of Blood believes one must sample baked goods to make sure that they taste right.
You can taste things.
Exactly.
Hey.
Yeah, no,
Hello.
Oh, indeed. Pass me another one, please.
Well, a good story does indeed make for a delicious meal.
I refuse to read that.
No, do it. Please.
Num 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 without num num. Fuck.
Incredibly wizard nom nom.
The end. Except
Sanity.
we get next issue, part 13.
Wow, Yoda looks extremely baked.
Thing.
Alright,
Yoda
I'm gonna go
looks-
castrate myself real quick.
Wait, there's more. Sweet Story Custard Cakes by Claudia Gray.
Oh great, they're lined with poison.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hang on. This is an actual. This is. I think. Yeah. This is an actual recipe.
Yep.
Ace.
Yes.
I think I might have an idea for your next video.
What?
Who knows?
Claudia Gray.
Co-
you're
co-
fucking
cooking with Ace.
poison.
Make this.
Oh,
Use something to hide your face. Keep the anonymity, but just take it to your kitchen, cook this up, and then just tell a good story.
you must tell a story as you work to infuse the tart with energy and empathy. It must last at
How do you
minimum.
even do that though? Do you physically open the oven door and let it roast your fucking face off as if you're telling a story to a bunch of pre-baked muffins?
No, dude, you read the entirety of this comic to it.
Your face is slowly melting as you're reciting your only knowledge of the hungry caterpillar.
All right, so there is more of the recipe here, so yeah, okay. And then there's some alternate cover arts. This is the main one that we saw, and this is, of course, the highly ultra rare RI version that everyone saw before. And yeah,
Star Wars NFT.
NFT.
Yeah. That
Wait,
is
hang on.
a Hasbro
Wait a
face.
minute. Hang on. Why is Buckets of Blood got the face of fucking Maori?
Good question. I said he looked like The
Because
Rock.
he's a space Maori.
Dude, I said he looked like The Rock.
He does.
The other guy, Jedi Master Cantum looks like a member of the Habsburg family, though. I still stand by that.
Mega chin.
Considering I have studied that part of story, yes, it is. It is
Chin for your shirt, boy.
You know, in
fucking
this era, I
similar.
wouldn't- Okay, in this era of Disney Star Wars, I wouldn't be surprised if the Jedi were run by fucking Charles Manson.
That would explain so many things. That would actually be a legitimately interesting plot twist.
You got this Charles Manson motherfucker running the Jedi.
So we get 2 more pages. So we've got the thing about Jackson that we always get from these. They're really trying to sell us
Honestly,
Jackson.
Honestly, Jackson is the least offensive thing I've ever seen from Star Wars.
Oh, you wait. You wait.
No, I
They
mean
have
from the
all their
old
personas.
Star Wars.
So we've got more, and they're also advertising more adventure stuff with Rey, Luke. They got a Rose Tico themed comic book. Why?
No.
That's like
Who
a
wanted
Jar Jar
that?
Binks comic. Why?
I gotta wash my mouth out. I'm probably gonna
It's
watch
worse
Love and
than-
Mercy after this.
They even got some in the old school Clone Wars cartoon style.
Don't defile that.
Why are you
Don't
cursing?
Don't touch it.
Don't touch Gendy Tartakovsky or I'll
Oh,
beat you to
How
death
is this
with a
still
sledgehammer.
going? Why do they have money still?
It's a money laundering scheme.
Most likely.
That explains so much.
Like all those comic books they sell for like $3 million.
They're waiting for another Death of Superman hit.
I think of what I'm gonna do as one of the memes is just have a Who Wore It Better, and have one of the Habsburgs along with Chin Guy here, and just have some of that music from Victoria 2 playing in the background.
No, dude, you also have to do one with Buckets of Blood and The Rock doing the Vine Boom.
Yeah, maybe. We will see. But we finally got to the end, ladies and gentlemen. 2 hours later. The
thank
pain
God for
is
that.
finally over.
It only took our sanity.
This is easily one of the worst. Is this the worst comic book in the entirety of the Adventure series?
Yes.
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 It has usurped. No one expects you not to feel the things you feel. It has usurped.
We never
that.
thought would it be topped.
Yeah.
Does it surpass the stupidity of issue 1 of High Republic by Marvel?
No.
Which one was that?
The one where the Jedi basically endanger a
Oh,
whole
yeah.
fucking planet.
I'm really on the fence at this point because
I'm on the fence because I feel like the fact that they have a Jedi retirement home is kind of stupid on its own.
There's
I don't
that.
know.
There's they should have got sucked out into space and then shut the thing and then did absolutely and showed us didn't show us how they survived or anything. There's they jumped through space. And then there's the constant stupidity elsewhere, like the whole setup of this particular comic as well, being that you need to tell a story for the recipe to work.
I feel like that was just something he made up to just tell a story to the kids or something.
And they choose to tell us this shit.
So I am
Yeah.
legitimately on the fence as to whether this or issue 1 of High Republic is worse. Which is...
I have to choose this
I'll
one.
watch that.
This one just jumped the shark, man. And it really jumped it. It jumped it more than the Fawns did.
Boy, chat, give us your answer.
I'm actually considering making that a poll. Which is worse, issue 1 of High Republic or the baking special from High Republic Adventures? I'm thinking of making that a poll.
I can't wait to post like an image from this comic, particularly the fucking them jumping into space,
in the Star Wars EU subreddit and say, "Try to explain this shit, motherfuckers." Like,
I don't want to see what happens.
Some people in that Reddit server are like really doing mental gymnastics for the High Republic.
They're fucking
Skipped a few events on the panels.
That reminds me. Are there any good comments praising this shit in?
Well, I can't really. Well, no, because this was not even uploaded to the normal website we use. So
I fear whatever comments we will find there when they do.
It'll be interesting when we get those comments. But yeah, this easily proves that High Republic Adventures is worse than High Republic right now. This undeniably demonstrates that. Now, does this, and if this could potentially be the worst issue out of either of them, even in comparison to issue 1 of High Republic, it is that bad. Winter's King says this one is worse. It's boring and it breaks canon even more somehow. Winter's King also says thank you all for enduring this for all of us. You are welcome. Siege says someone put that man in old World War I photos, cake and all.
Just Photoshop him in that picture with Hitler.
Photoshop him in Portal. Photoshop him into Portal.
Oh god, nobody's gonna get the reference, but still, the Jedi Order also could be under the control of the therapist Eugene Landy.
Huh?
Okay, what's done? The psychotherapist that basically fucked up Brian Wilson, the genius behind the Beach Boys.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, any additional thoughts that you guys have on this particular comic?
I would rather drink bleach and
We
then
need more.
castrate myself with a dull knife.
I'd rather isolate myself in a padded cell with bleach and I forget ammonia and bleach. Yeah.
That's a combination that's going to end well.
Just knock it from orbit.
It'll end better than this comic.
Meteorite 2022 just ended already.
Come on, NASA, tell us it's coming.
Like God from the TF2 comics. I'm not even gonna bother doing a flood or anything. I'm just gonna blow the Earth up.
But now there is one thing that has to scare you. What if we find that the next comic is worse than this one?
They managed to outdo themselves. If they go with my Charles Manson idea, then I'll be laughing.
I don't think this can possibly get worse, but I hope it does.
The fact that we're basically almost hoping that this isn't the bottom of the canyon.
I need my next cringe hit.
Wile E. Coyote is still plummeting, wondering when it will end.
All right, so I do think now is a good time to call it. We've been at it for over 2 hours, so yeah. Well, all right, so I hope everyone has enjoyed it, and I hope everyone that is here, the guys that are here are, of course, you're willing to do Sisters of Battle tomorrow? Or no, next week, I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, indeed.
Yep, same time as today.
Fine by me.
All right, perfect. All right, so this has been Ace. We hope to all see you again soon. And, yeah, take care.
See ya.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Priscilla Asagiri, best girl.
Hey, Bill.
All right, so have a good one, everyone. See